But yeah, we'll figure this out when we're into the stream here. So, uh, yeah. So
Okay.
is the background still blank to you?
Yeah, still, yeah, it is. It is
Huh.
suitably black. Yes.
All
So there we
right.
go.
Deep,
Like my mood.
inky.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're asking. Steve and I are noticing behind the scenes here. On my end, both the portrait mode and landscape mode have the blue background, blue theater background, and on Steve's, he only sees the blue background on the portrait mode, but on landscape mode, he sees a black background. What say you in the chat?
In other words, is it just my fault? That's
Right.
what we want to know.
Right. Oh, for all I know, they both got a black background in the chat. And you and I are like, we're really screwed up. Like,
Yeah,
I got to get a few people in the chat. Oh, sorry, meant to tune into Shane Lee. And they bow
out. Paul saying it's blue background here on landscape. Oh, it is me. Oh, you were right. That's fine. Then.
Okay.
Yeah. In fairness, it makes it easier for me to read the chat.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but I can see the chat in the chat. That's why I have the chat.
Yeah, but I get all excited when I do the reviews, and then I forget to look at the side of the chat.
Oh, so yeah.
If it's right in front of me, then
when you start
it'll be better.
Talking.
And boy, is there some exciting stuff tonight.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I called it Blockbuster Week because every single one of my sort of choices, I think, are blockbusters this week. There are no niche movies from me for once. This is all just straight down the middle AAA releases.
I've got a few. I got one that I was hoping you could take in, but I'll definitely be happy to talk about it this week and then have you take it in by next week.
Yeah, I will.
And then let me see, what do you have here? I think the only one I'd like you to wait till the end of the week till next week on one, if you can. Because I tried to get it in, but wasn't able to.
Is this a certain martial arts one?
Yeah.
I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
that's fine. Oh, can't wait to talk about it. But yes, we can absolutely wait till next week on that one.
Not like we don't have enough to talk about. I think.
Oh, yes.
I think, if you could see in the chat, I think this combination. Whoops, don't want to do that. If you could see in the chat, I think this combination here is going to be. That's definitely a show title.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a blast.
You realize it's our second 80s franchise in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Predator last week.
Yeah.
With a certain actor.
Yeah.
It's all part of the plan.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. We planned all this back in January when we planned out the year. Right?
Yeah, it's the second.
That's how good we are. We make it appear like this is all off the cuff. It's all scripted.
Oh, yeah.
It's all scripted. It's
Every
like, yeah, exactly. Which reminds me, that's what like Top Gear. That's how good they were, the original Top Gear guys. It's like I thought that whole thing was like all off, like this show. I thought it was all off the cuff until they did the American one, and you start watching them. Like I can't even watch this. It's the same jokes.
Yeah.
Did it. And you're like, oh, that whole show was like scripted. I'm like, oh, that's so disappointing. It's like, you don't have to worry about that here. Neither of us could act.
No, definitely not. No, hell no. No.
I am not acting. It's like, just go to some of John and I's early stuff when we'd talk about stuff that we'd already talked about privately, and the show was just awful. It was so funny.
I haven't gone back to those. The chat ones. I don't think I've listened to, but you guys have talked about it enough for me to know exactly kind of what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's bad. It was bad. It's like because especially when I remember one episode we did in particular that literally that night I forgot to hit record. So we had to redo the whole thing on the spot. But then you have those one-line jokes or something, the banter. You can't reenact the banter, but you get a good joke in, and you're trying to wedge it in later, and it's not working.
Yeah. Oh no.
You know,
I mean, there's a reason that actors train. you know, to be able to deliver a line spontaneously. I mean, you imagine doing a Fincher, you know, or what's his face, Stanley Kubrick, you know, 80, 90 takes. You imagine trying to deliver that line on the 90th time as if it was the first time.
Right.
I mean, how hard must that be? And famously with Fincher, it's the same thing. Like it's not like he's saying, right, now do it, you know, in an excited way. Now do it in a sad way. It's like, just give me that again. Give me that again. I want it again. Exactly. Oh my God.
Well, it's like when you see the behind the scenes for sitcoms and stuff like that, or even movies or anything, they're like, you'll say a line and be like, hey, do me a favor, run next door and grab a gallon of milk. Okay, now say that again. Hey, do me a favor, run next door and grab me a gallon of milk. And be like, all right, you got to do the same emotion, because they're shooting it from all different angles and they need you saying it so they can have it, they can edit it all together, right?
Yeah.
And you're they just have to keep repeating that line over and over and over. And it's like, and the emotion of like, you know, you're going to be like, oh my God, shoot next door, grab me a gallon of milk, because something happened, you know, that scene in particular, something happened in the house, you're sad and you got to borrow milk from the neighbors. Like, that's your motivation. Go. 20 times.
Crazy. I mean, you know, you've got that sort of thing you've got to admire, I think. I mean, look, they're overpaid, many of them, and, you know, and all the rest of it. But you've got to think that does take some doing. And crying on the spot, you know, just on command.
Oh, yeah.
Takes a certain level of craft as well. Oh, yeah. So yeah, it is. So yeah, so we don't have that, so we couldn't do that. No. So, you know, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, no.
In case anyone was wondering.
No.
Yeah, no,
that's not easy. But
oh man.
No, so Steve, how was your week, buddy?
Yeah, a breeze compared to yours. No, suddenly mine feels much easier. No, very, 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 very busy weekend at the police stations. I was on call Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it was non-stop. I dealt with 9 over the weekend, and it was just you know, one after the other. But I did have a fun home theater-ish experience on Friday night, Deej, that I'd like to share with you, that you've already had, but I had not.
At the moment, you want to share it right now?
I do. I want to share. We're in a safe space. Yeah. Let's dim the lights and talk more.
Quickly, I saw a thing on TV the other day. They were talking about a knitting club. And they were like, this is a safe space where people can come and knit and craft and not feel him. I was like, are there a lot of people beating the crap out of knitters?
Hey, they've got really long, sharp sticks.
Who's doing that in the streets getting made fun of? I thought your living room was a safe space.
You would have thought.
What the hell? It's like, oh God. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, you're okay. So I had a really rough day at court on Friday. Just a ridiculously busy, stressful day. So much so, I snapped my security card. I snapped the security card in 2 without even realizing I'd done it. That's how annoyed I was. Anyway, another story. And anyway, so I finished that, and then I had to get the bus back home, right? Which I don't normally do. I normally drive, but my car was being MOT'd, which is actually, I don't know if you guys have MOTs here. So it's the check of roadworthiness that a car every year has to have.
Yeah, we have an inspection. We call it an inspection sticker.
Oh, okay. Do you have to do it every year?
Mm-hmm. Most states. In Massachusetts, in particular, some states are different, but in Massachusetts, yes, you have to do it every year.
I was going to say, because the state of some of the vehicles I've seen in the US, you would have never thought that there was such a thing.
Yeah, but you have to have it inspected, and it changes. Once a car is 25 years old, it doesn't have to live up to the same standards, blah, 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 blah. But yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
they call them antiques, and you can get away with a little bit more.
They call it death traps.
Yeah.
So I was having my car done in the garage, so I had to get the bus back. So I'd had a really rough day. I was very unhappy. It was raining cats and dogs, not literally. And I was like, so I ran for the bus, get on the bus. The bus is really full, right? And I don't know if it happens over there. It definitely does here. You know, there's someone on there playing music via the speakers on their phone. And then there's someone else who's having a FaceTime conversation with someone, you know, no headphones, of course. So having had a long and very stressful day, being irritated by the fact that I was using public transport, which one tries to avoid, I had a way out, Deej. And my way out, my escape was my X Real 1 glasses and my AirPod Pro 2. So I had downloaded Jack Reacher, the Tom Cruise one, which I know you'll approve of.
Oh, absolutely.
That from Netflix. And
I've been Shawshanked. Yep. Love that movie.
Quite. So I thought, right, well, and I had not used them in a public transport environment like that. I hadn't used them like that. So I didn't know how good they'd be. So on they go. Headphones go in, noise cancelling. I was transported, Deej. I was in
literally
my own private.
You were being transported.
I was transported, and I was transported.
You were the transporter.
Well, hey, look! Don't let the lack of hair fool you.
I know.
I wasn't wearing my suit, although did the lack of shaving, I suppose. And I was in my own private theatre, massive screen. Atmos surround, as in via spatial audio. It was awesome, and the hour-long trip flew by. And honestly, I know we get very excited about the glasses. We haven't mentioned them for a while, but let me just reassure anyone that does use public transport in any sort of way, shape, or form, and if you're a movie fan, they are very cool. And especially with some noise cancelling. Honestly, it was awesome. And the way I was sat, which was towards the end of the bus, you know that perspective thing we've talked about.
Oh, yeah.
I put it on as slightly transparent, just a little bit, so I could see who was around, just making sure. And it just felt like, filled the entire view. Oh, it was great. Yeah. Very cool indeed. And made that hour just disappear. Oh, it was awesome. So, yeah, public transport fans, go get them.
That is brave, though, on public transportation to sound canceling, noise canceling, to go into a cocoon and trust everybody around. Like you said, you still have to. You got to do a little bit of transparency.
It's all slightly transparent. Yeah. I can still see.
Yeah. It's funny. I feel safer on a plane, but you also go through a lot of checkpoints just to get onto a plane, right? Whereas you get on a bus and it's like everybody can get on a bus, and you don't know, hey, look at this guy. I don't know. This is.
Oh man, no, it was very cool. So I did that. It was great. And of course, again, because of the glasses, as we talked about them and the size of them, you can wear them. Now, sure, it was dark, so people looking at me, look at that pretentious idiot with sunglasses on at this time of night. Yeah. However, you wouldn't want to put an Apple Vision Pro on your head.
No.
You wouldn't want. Then you'd feel like a complete idiot. And of course, they could see your eyes, which is even more weird. You just
I think you can shut that off, though. I think I think you can actually make it so they can't see your eye, so that people know what it is. Not like you're just sitting there and your eyes are blinking at everybody.
It's just weird. So it was great. Honestly, it was fantastic. And after a really stressful day, and I was not looking forward to the journey, it just was like, oh, this is great,
isn't it?
So cool. So again, I know we go on about them, but boy, oh boy.
Yeah, I told you I was using them in the snow. It started snowing on my work, and I was like, oh, snow squall. And it's like, I could see out the sides of them, and I'm like, oh, flurries are still going by. Just keep on watching.
Keep on watching. Keep on watching.
Keep on watching. Keep on watching. Yeah.
Oh, Paul says, so Paul's in the chat says, hey, go easy on the Apple Vision. Steve, I love mine, but don't use them in public. But then that's the point.
Yeah.
At home, I've got a really good home theater that I'd rather watch stuff in if I'm at home. I do still sometimes use the glasses if I'm, just trying to be a bit more social. If I'm, watching a rugby match and, I'm in the front room and, as others, it's great. But, the cinema rooms at home, but on the move, these things are awesome. It's so good. So good. And there's no way I wouldn't dream. You talk about not knowing who's around you. I wouldn't dream of taking something that's £3,500 out, putting it on my head, notwithstanding the fact I'd look an idiot.
And look like ski goggles.
Yeah, well, this is it. Yeah. People were looking, going, oh, what are you doing? But also, then someone just grabbed those and, leg it off the bus.
Yeah, Paul's saying he uses his in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah. But, that's I'm sure. I hope, Paul, you weren't using those walking around Auschwitz. They were very disrespectful, Paul. Very disrespectful.
Well, remember when they first? Yeah, remember when they first came out? They did have people. They were trying to get people to post everything, and people are walking down the street wearing them, and I'm like, you look like an idiot. You look like you're doing a commercial, which is what you're doing. is a
Yeah.
commercial. It's like nobody want like walking into like a cafe. You're like, no. It's like,
Oh, good to hear, Paul. I'm glad you weren't.
yeah, no, exactly.
But yeah, so I think we are trying to get the word out, and I just think people need to know that these things do exist. And if you find yourself in these things, you need something to take your mind off. For me, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So cool. And I didn't get any funny looks that I could tell. Again, I could see through just slightly.
Yeah.
So again, I think people just think,
people are more intrigued. They're not like funny looks. It's like people are like, oh my God, he's watching something in there. Like,
yeah. Get him, Tom. Stab him. No, sorry.
Yeah.
What? No, it was very cool. So that was a cool home theater experience. And by the time I got home, I was much more chilled than when I got on the bus.
Did you finish the movie?
I mean, I've seen it before. I know what happens. No, I haven't yet. It's downloaded. It's on the phone, so I'll finish it off at some point. What I have been watching the last couple of days, which is not worth reviewing because it's not that kind of film, is Idiocracy, which I've not seen before. I'd never seen it. It's on Disney Plus over here.
Oh, okay.
It is genuinely funny. It is fun. I mean, it's eerily prescient. Yeah, it's from 2006, but it could have been shot today in terms of its subject matter.
Yeah.
But it's very funny. It's worth seeing.
Yep. That's the point. That's like that's what I keep saying. It's like, this isn't new, people. Kind of like a movie we're going to talk about later. Made a long time ago, written longer than that, and it's literally. I mean, let's look at we'll talk about it then.
So but anyway, it's been a good week, busy but good, and I've seen some great stuff. I've been mildly stressed by the fact I've got a load of other stuff that I haven't yet got to. Still not seen F1. Still not got to the.
Oh my God, that's how busy you've been.
Yeah.
You've been dying to see it.
Yeah. So I still haven't got to that. I mean, and we had Nobody 2 came out yesterday. The Life of Chuck, which I haven't seen. Careful how I say that, of course.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, which I'm looking forward to. And what else is it? Oh, Murder in the First dropped in 4K here yesterday on disc. Yeah,
Murder in the First. Refresh my memory. Which one was
Kevin Bacon, Alcatraz, Gary Oldman, Christian Slater, not Charlie Slater.
Yeah.
Christian Slater. Very, very good film, which I reviewed on the show on Blu-ray a while back, but it came out here in 4K yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's 90s.
I'd have to look it up. And yeah. I'm guessing this came out with a lot of the other Grisham stuff.
Yeah, it's not a Grisham story.
It's not a Grisham, but it was that time. Yeah, 95.
Yeah,
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, so you see that there.
HD. Yeah.
Trigger thing, but
it's
a very, very loose true story.
It's based on actual events.
Yeah, there was a place called Alcatraz.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's actually really well. It's a story that is interesting because it's not that true.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean. The real story is not as interesting, but the performances are incredible. So really,
William H. Macy in it. He was in another movie we saw recently.
He was indeed. Yeah, he pops up all over the place. William H. Macy.
Yep.
He's a great character. Yeah. We like him.
Oh, yeah.
We like him. But so all right. Well, let's start the show. I've done
all right.
Yes. So because there's loads of people in that we need to say hello to. So let's get
button is.
We are here.
Hey, home theater nerds! Welcome to the multi-award-winning. Oh my God!
Hey, home theater nerds! Welcome to the multi-award-winning podcast that's all about the experiences,
You-
the sights.
You screwed it up too. I was gonna let you
Bit, I
go.
don't know. It's your bit.
I know, but you were going. That was great. It was like, no, because you got to do it. Hey, home theater nerds, welcome to the home.
Bright
Bah!
side, multi-award winning bright
No,
side
you got to get the home
podcast.
theater part in. It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
the flow has to be there. So ever since I've been doing that open for so long, it has been like the whole year.
Mm.
No, not the whole year. It's been like maybe 5 months. We added the multi, and I'm still tripping over it. It's like I don't think we're worthy of it, but we got it. So we got all these awards, and we got to get on.
We're getting a little bit of sound skipping.
All right. Hey, home theater nerds. Welcome to the Bright Side Home Theater Podcast, a multi-award winning home theater podcast. It's all about the experiences, the sights.
The sounds.
The scene.
It's just like I feel it. Like once you get to a certain, I'm like, all right, that's it. While I'm saying it, I'm like, like
We're getting people saying sound skipping, Deej.
sound skipping.
Yeah.
Is it skipping to you?
Sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
No, it sounds okay to me, but I'm not listening to
But
record. Sorry.
same glitching on phone and Apple TV. DJ's house, probably. Yeah.
No, it sounds okay to me.
Maybe
Yeah, it
it's
sounds
too
fine to
many
me. I've not heard
streaming
any-
stuff to
and-
you people. It's like there's two ends to the door. Well, that's
Right, let me say
Hawkeye
hi to London.
reference from Avengers.
two ends to this.
Well, he goes, it's the door. Door opens both ways.
Okay, that I get. Yeah, I've heard that one.
Yeah, Lackey. Loki, when Loki first came through.
Mm.
It's like,
Okay.
we're not doing it, but
Mm,
two
fair
ends to
play.
this. You know?
Okay, right. So let me say hi to everyone. So I thought Johnny Speakers was in before then, but anyway, yeah. So hi both. Hopefully back in with us. Steve Atts in the chat. Jay Van Gool, can't just call him Van Gool anymore. It's got to be Jay Van Gool is in. Hey buddy, TSG popped in as well. It says yesterday I saw the Running Man. So many things to say. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Who said that?
He's in. Hey,
Sorry,
Mikey.
who said that?
This was TSG, the local boy.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So yeah, stay tuned for that one. So Mikey's in as well. Hey Mikey, Rach is in. Hey Rach, Jordan's in. Hi Jordan. Greg, the awesome ninja's in. Hey
Nice.
Greg.
What's up, Greg?
Again, Paul we know is in. Paul Frederick. Drop in production. So we now know his name properly, which is good.
Yeah.
Epra is in again. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but they're in. Hey Paul Hurt's in. Hey Paul. And then I saw Dominique's in. Bonsoir, Dominique. And I've got a bit of French to drop on you later. So if you're hanging around, that's good. Keep tuned for that one. Stay tuned for that one. Don't touch that dial.
Okay.
And we've got who else we got? I saw loads more. Wait for them to get on down. Scroll on down. Captain 83's in. Hey, Captain. And there were several more dropped in as well. Where was that? I'm getting it now to say. Oh yeah, Swep 1199 in. Say hello, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you're new. Hello. If you're not new, hello again.
Hello again.
Yeah,
Sorry, we
yeah,
forgot
welcome.
ye.
Yes, we got swept
We
up
got
in our
you beat me to it.
and then we've got Jack in. G'day, Jack. Jack Lee's in. And again, stick around, Jack. We've got some of your fellow countrymen to talk
Yep.
about.
Yep, more of that.
Oh yeah, well, certainly is. Crikey, etc. Yanks North in. Hey, Yanks North. How you doing, buddy? Oh, Swep is.
Oh, Holger. There we go. Yeah. Tune in next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Good. So yeah, games all here.
Tune
They're
in next
all
week.
present and correct. Yeah.
Nice.
So there we go.
Yep.
So
Holger is 6 hours ahead of me.
yes, yeah. So is Dominic. So is Dom.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there we go.
Yep.
Just to be awkward, so Steve says the portrait sound seems better.
Oh God. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know,
Okey-doke.
we'll do
Weird. I think it's buffering on people's end. I think.
Mhm.
That's what happened on the 25-hour show. It's like as soon as we switched, it was the midnight or the nighttime switch. That's what people were like, it's skipping, it's doing this. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? It's not like I'm bumping the record player here.
Yeah. I've got to say, DJ, there's one thing I can't stand is someone buffering my end.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
That's not what I heard.
Well,
like,
hey, I've always got a grin on my face for some reason.
I'm sorry, I forgot. That was supposed to be private. Whoops. I slipped.
Whoops. Never mind.
Whoops.
Never mind.
So just his forehead that's shiny, people.
Hey, enough said.
That's Steve's nice way of telling me to shut up.
No, man. Hey, no. Yeah, enough said.
Enough said.
Did you see that thing on Twitter the last couple of days? About the John Thompson flagged it up about the sort of issues with the declining physical media. There was someone talking in the chat about it.
Here we go again.
Nothing that we don't already know.
Yeah.
The physical media is on the wane.
Yeah.
And John was sort of flagging it up that 4K. Interesting phrase he said is that 4K UHD discs are stuck in 2015, and then here we are 10 years later, and it's not moving on, which I thought was interesting. I mean, we know, don't we, that physical media is declining. It has been for some time, but I still don't think it's going away. And I don't think John did either, in fairness. But
no. I mean, we've talked about it many times, and why would it go away? And I'm not saying that to be like combative. I'm saying think of the reasons why something goes away, right? And this is, and I've said this so many times, why I'm not afraid to go away unless there's something to replace it, something better. And things don't just disappear out of, don't evolve away without something being better. And it's, and then people look at Beta. That wasn't an evolution. That was a competition of of two competing technologies, and one has to lose. Blu-ray versus HD DVD. That's not an evolution. That's a competition. Physical media going away is the evolution of the hobby, really, because we had nothing. We had VHS, or we had 8, high 8 or whatever, or the whatever you want to call it. We had stuff before VHS, then VHS, and then we have Laserdisc, then we have DVD, and it's at every step. Even DVD, you could say, was better than Laserdisc because it was more compatible to the masses, right? The quality was exactly the same. The bit rate, everything was exactly the same as Laserdisc. It was just more palatable to everybody. So that was the improvement, right? Then you have Blu-ray, which was better than DVD, better quality. 4K, better than than Blu-ray. The reason that nothing has advanced is what is there? How are they going to make something better? So if something's going to go away, something is going to replace it. It's just not all of a sudden a bunch of people. It's not like 50 years from now we'll be telling our kids, we used to actually be entertained in our homes and now we aren't. No, unless we all lost power. That's not how it works. That's not what happens, It's, so it's not going anywhere. It may become more expensive because the masses find streaming more palatable. So if you want physical media, if you want the better quality, you're going to have to pay for it. Didn't go away. It's just more. And I think a lot of people say when it gets too expensive, people say it went away. No, it's still there. It just, because, it's still there. It doesn't mean it, sorry.
Yeah.
It's what it is. It's like, and it's tough. It's tough to swallow because imagine if you could all of a sudden afford a Ferrari and then one day they became out of your price range for whatever reason. You'd be like, damn, those are great. Can't have it anymore. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, yes, I mean, I completely agree. I think there's always going to be that hardcore as well as of enthusiasts that are going to want it. I mean, it's actually a really interesting thing that he put. I mean, it's in response to what he says were inaccurate numbers, sales numbers, because he says it's not how it's being portrayed. But he's got it's an interesting article about also the pricing behind it as well.
Mhm.
You know, so
I saw a little bit of that one.
Yeah,
where
so
it was
standard disc, and then you've got your steelbook, and the steelbook costs about £1.50 more.
Yeah,
to make,
to produce.
They put another £10-15 on top because it's a steelbook. You're like, oh, well, that's where you make your money.
All the work has been done. You're just creating a different cover, which is about $1.50 more than the other cover, and you're getting, so your profit margins there are through the roof. And another thing they mentioned was and this is huge to the studios. A lot of people, John knows this from owning the store with comics. Like they'll buy a bunch of comics, and some comics they'll be like, okay, if you bought 100 of this edition, say whatever came out that week, they'll take them back. So you'll buy 100, and if you only sell 50, they will buy back at cost the 50. So there's no harm to you buying 100 of them to try and sell them. Right?
Yeah.
But if they don't offer that, you have to be weary about how many you buy, because if I bought 100 of them and only sell 50, you have to know what your cost is and when do you break even. If it costs you $100 for 100 of them and you bought 50, but if you bought 60, you would have made more money. But if you bought 100 of them and it cost you 100 to buy them and you only made 200, well, then your profit's 100. They're like, yeah, that's great. But yeah, that's not enough to support the store. It's all numbers, and it's like that's how they look at it. And you have to be. It's a business, and it's So I don't think it's going. But yeah, I saw a little bit of it here and there. Twitter,
and he also mentioned again about the Blu-ray players, saying that a lot of them aren't very good, apart from the Oppos. And as an Oppo 2030 owner, I couldn't possibly comment.
The Oppos, the Panasonics, there are a few other higher end, but then it is there, the cheaper ones. And again, a lot of times I hate to say it, you get what you pay for. And it's like, they have trouble with the 3-layer discs, the higher, 100 gig disc, as opposed to, and that's why one of the things we've talked about it's been a while, but why Disney typically does a 66 gigabyte disc. It is the most consistent disc. It will not, it doesn't skip like a 100 gigabyte disc, right?
Yeah.
So the masses will be happy because if you're buying these movies and you have a lesser player and it skips, you're going to write off the entire medium, but it's not the medium, and they're like, why would I pay $500 for a player? You're right. You don't need to. And at that point, why don't you just stream it? Oh, there you go. Physical media is going away. Well, it's.
Yeah. I mean, I wonder at what point you talk yourself into it. It becomes the industry talks itself into it going away because it just assumes that that's what's going on. But hopefully business people, being what they are, the studios who are not averse to making money, realize that as long as there's some profit to be made, it's still worth doing. And I mean, I have to say, I with all this talk of declining sales and revenue and all that stuff, I mean, there is more coming out than ever. Just ask Jordan, who spent more than £300 yesterday on new physical media. We can't keep up with it. I'm buying 3-4 discs a week and not getting a chance to watch them. And, so it doesn't feel like there's less product coming. It doesn't feel like it's going away like that. It seems to me that I mean, if the sales are declining at the moment, that has not translated to the high street, at least not here. I mean, we're lucky we do have this chain called HMV, which we talk about, which I think I'd absolutely love to see. When you come over here, Deej, if you do come and John comes over, I can't wait to take you to an HMV and just let you see the selection of 4K discs and stuff. We're talking thousands of them.
Yeah.
where
we had stores like that over here. We had like a Suncoast. We had places. It's just not as
past
prevalent
tense.
over
This
here.
is present tense. You know, I mean, I used to love Sam Goody, Suncoast.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously Best Buy was great, and all that, but that all seems to have, well, Suncoast is gone, isn't it? Sam Goody's gone.
Yeah, they're all gone. I liked the stores like Best Buy. Before that was Circuit City in my area and stuff like those are nice, but those are like big box stores where they would have a section, right? And it might be bigger than a Suncoast. The section might be, but you're not in a specific a physical media specific store, which is special. Like the Laserdisc store, the guy Dave that owned that. And it was like, it was literally a Laserdisc store. That's special. You walk in there, you're not like, oh, the refrigerators are over here. Your air conditioners are here, you know, car audio over here. Oh, there's physical media. Let's go over there next to the TVs. It's like, nope, you walked in here and it was all Laserdiscs. And just like when you go into a record store, it was all record, you know, there's something, and everybody in there hanging out is flipping through them. And that's what you do. We don't have any of that anymore for physical media over here.
Yeah, no, we're,
not
I mean,
with
one of the
regularity anyways.
No, my favorite thing, I mean, I've said it before, but I mean, just because there was a particular one, but my favorite thing on landing in the US was literally straight to the nearest Best Buy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I went after 98, having then come back, and obviously that's when I bought my DVD player in Boston and a few, you know, about 40 odd discs when I came back. And so then we did 2 or 3 years in a row, came back to Boston, always stayed in the Days Inn in Quincy. Not Quincy, no, Braintree.
Oh, yeah.
So we'd stay at the Days Inn in Braintree. Directly opposite there was a Best Buy. And so the first thing we'd do is go in there and just get armfull.
Which used to be a
DVDs.
Circuit City.
Oh, did it? Oh, I'd see that. I don't. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All the Best Buys.
And then we go to the.
Not all, but most of the Best Buys used to be Circuit Cities.
Oh, okay. Well, then we went to the Braintree Mall as well, which had a Suncoast, I think, there. So we go in there. But then when we did a tour of the West Coast, flew into San Francisco, and then went down. And every time so San Francisco down to Carmel, Monterey, you know, down to LA, out to Vegas, you know, down to San Diego, and everywhere we went, it was. Is there a Best Buy nearby? Where's the nearest Best Buy? And we went to one in LA. I mean, this is like so we were staying in a hotel near the airport. Now, of course, LA is not a walking city, is it? It's not like Boston.
No,
right? LA is you know you get in your car to cross the road in LA. So we were in this hotel and there's a Best Buy like about half a mile away, and I was just like, "Oh, be all right. We'll just walk it. How you know it's only half a mile." It was like across 3 freeways. Yeah, it's like, you know, cross a park, you know, through a tar pit, you know, all this stuff just to get to this thing. And I still came out with armfuls of DVDs. So yeah, anyway. So I used to love that. And that's the next time when I'm in the US, Deej, when I come to visit, and when I can't get into a Best Buy, it's going to be like I'm going to be in mourning. Forget the black borders. I'm going to have a black armband. Yeah, but you can't. But they've not got the. I mean, they've not got the.
It's not the same.
The physical media. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to come out with armfuls of discs.
Yeah, I used to be there first thing in the morning, like on Tuesdays. I'd show up first thing in the morning. If it was that big of a title, I'd show up at Walmart at 6 a.m. because it would be out, and then I'd grab it and run home, watch it before work. Yeah, all that it's all gone. It's all everything is.
Well, there's mention in the chat about Walmart, as you say, and of course my brother was in Canada, wasn't he? You know, year before last year, whenever it was, and so I got a bit of vicarious thrill because he would go in and at my behest. So I said, "Get yourself in there, Chris," and then he would
FaceTime
go on WhatsApp, exactly that WhatsApp, and then be like, "Right, okay, just scan along the, pan along the things. All right, that one, 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 that one. Just let me know how much it is, and I'll just transfer it over." And so that was quite good fun. And what was more fun was because he was going, because they were doing him and my nephew were in a camper van. They were just driving across Canada, and they were there for 2 weeks. So they drove from the airport for a week in one direction, and then just turned around and came back for the second week. And so they were going to Walmarts in the middle of nowhere, Deej, like properly out in the sticks. And so what was funny was watching him filming it, and in the background, every now and then you'd see a Walmart employee looking at him as if he's crazy. Because they're just like, "Whoa, what the hell are you doing?" And he's just scanning the phone. And they could just hear this English guy in the background going, "That one, that one, that one, that one, that one."
Oh, God.
Oh man, it was funny. I reckon Walmart in Canada had a blip that 2 weeks in terms of physical media sales. I probably account for some of those numbers.
Yeah.
Just in this one little narrow corridor of Canada.
There was a comedian that did that one. I can't remember who it was, but he's like, everybody, let's follow me. Take it. Like, he was joking, obviously, a comedian. He was like, let's go down to the nearest 7-Eleven and everybody buy like a Twix bar or something. And he goes, and watch them be like, how do we do next week? We sold out on this stuff. It's like something ridiculous, you know. And be like, they're all like, wow. Jeez, we sold out of all these discs. We better order more. Than they sit on the shelves for 6 months.
Yeah, well,
I guess
it's funny how it worked, but it was so I did get some vicarious thrill of doing that, but it is a shame if it's own Walmart is the only physical media. Although, isn't it? Who is it that does all the
Best Buy's starting
discs?
to do it, but everybody's starting to do it more again. I'm hearing, but it's online. They're not.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not as cool.
It's not. It's like now. I mean, to be fair, it's the reason it's not there is because we stopped buying it. We would buy it online because what was happening was the market was going down. And then when the big, they would be like, well, we're not going to sell as many. So you would show up and it wouldn't be there. So if that happens to you enough as big fans that I was going down there on Tuesday, I might not get there in time. And a bunch of, they'd only order 10 of them and now we're sold out as opposed to they used to order 100. And it's like, okay, I couldn't get it. And that happens to you enough times. You're like, well, I can't trust it. So I'm just going to order on Amazon and I know I'll have it day of. I'll order it ahead of time, get it day of at my doorstep. Now, granted, I can't get it at 6 a.m., but I'll have it at that, so that's how it works. And it's not their fault. They're only doing what the market is doing. Right? It's like if they'd keep shipping out 100 to the store if the store knew they were going to sell 100. And that's what my point with bringing up the stores in the first place. What John said is when you do a steelbook, the stores would buy them and they own them.
Yeah,
they don't get shipped back. They would buy them. They're like, we're buying 100 that we know they're going to sell. So the studios got their money. Right? And now the store knows we could sell these. What we don't sell, we mark down weeks later, still make money on it, and then you keep marking it down a little bit, and you still made money on it, but the studio got their money up front, and so but anything going away, it's our fault because we're not buying it. It's like people aren't making money, and then they all of a sudden go, "I'm done making money on this. Let's see what else we can do. I'm gonna get into roller coaster building." No. Jeez.
Yeah. Oh man. But there we go. There we go. So it was a very interesting article. I mean, again, I do recommend anyone that is on Twitter or X, then at Johnny Focal, Focal is the place. And he's on it a lot these days, and he does like these long replies and some very interesting stuff. And not sure you could be much more informed than John is.
The one I read the other day, it was a tweet and it was repetitive.
Okay. Oh yeah, he said he posted it twice, and he said he did it.
It was in the same one.
He said, "Because I'm an idiot." He said,
"Yeah, it wasn't like 2 tweets. It was like it's like physical media just this makes 80% of blah 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 blah." And I'm like, I'm reading, and then I read down like 4 paragraphs, and the 5th paragraph, physical media is blah, blah. Wait a minute. Okay, all right, it's not 10 paragraphs long; it's 5.
You know why he went for a take 2.
Well, no, I've done that too. It's like because you'll write stuff in your notes and then you cut and paste and drop it in the tweet. That way you're not sitting on Twitter the whole time trying to write it. You'll write articles or whatever and then drop it in. And he just cut and paste and he hit paste twice. And then that's what happens.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, so where would that be then? So I land tomorrow, Deej. All right.
Yep.
And we're in Franklin. All right. I hear it the coolest little town in the US.
Franklin's not a little town. Out my way here, Douglas. That's a little town.
Oh, Douglas. Okay. Oh, sorry, you're right.
I grew up in Franklin.
Okay,
so we're there. Take you around.
We're in Douglas, USA. Nice. So where is the physical media store then? Where would the nearest one be? Would it be more Walmart and that's it, or would there be more than one?
Like Target? A Walmart down like the next town over, which is like literally 10 minutes away from here, where I am right now. There's a Best Buy, which is 20 minutes away where the theater is in the mall area. You can go to Providence, Rhode Island into the big mall there, which is about a half hour away. south of here, and they have multiple stores probably with some physical. Nothing like I said, there's nothing like it used to be. And then unless you get into the Boston area, Framingham or the Boston area, they might have a little bit. I haven't really shopped around that stuff. That's kind of where I like Framingham area is kind of where I grew up with this stuff because I worked in Framingham for years, especially in the years of like me first getting my license and can drive anywhere to buy what I want. And then, but yeah, it's like, I mean,
okay, all right. I'll keep notes.
If you're coming out here, then I'll do the research and I'll be like, all right, we're going on a road trip. Instead of bar hopping, we'll go physical media hopping.
Yeah. We just crossed into New Hampshire, everyone. Okay, well,
Yeah, exactly. It's funny. I got to go to New Hampshire. My new truck, every time I cross the state line, the new Toyota truck, it tells you, welcome to Rhode Island. And then you come back, welcome to Massachusetts. Just automatic. I'm tired of hearing that. I want to go to New Hampshire. Just welcome to New Hampshire. I need new states.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, don't get that here without different.
It's annoying if you're listening to a podcast on music and all of a sudden it's like the music dims and you go, welcome to gosh, shut up.
Is that a way of reminding you that the laws could have changed? You remember we talked about New Hampshire and the alcohol laws. Do you reckon that's a safety feature? Is that
could
just
be.
So you know?
Yeah.
Just
so
okay.
You know.
So yeah,
tells you everything else. You go over the speed limit, it flashes it at you.
Yeah. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm fascinated, but there we go. All right, well, that's worth knowing for when I come over. All right, let's do some experiences.
All right. Actually, Steve had asked this in the chat.
Oh yeah,
we were talking. He says, "Do Kaleidoscape movies include the same special features as on the discs?" A lot of times, yes. Sometimes, no. Rarely, never. And a lot of times, what ends up happening is they'll leave a few off to get you to buy the discs. Just like iTunes will have special features that aren't on the discs. The studios know what they're doing. But yes, a lot of time, like on Kaleidoscape, you get it. It took me a while to find it because sometimes, like, you get the 4K, and when you download the 4K, all you get is the movie, and that's one of the arguments. Like, well, this is why it's a bit rate because you got all that. Nope, that's just the movie. It's just the movie. But if you want the features, you have to download the HD version, and then that'll have the features with it. But you don't have to pay extra. Once you buy the 4K, you get the HD, the non-HD, the HD, the 4K, the HDR, the non-HDR, the HD, the SD. You get them all. You own the whole gamut, and it's like you just have to download them if you want them. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yep. So
okay, cool. Right.
All right.
Okay.
What do you want to do first? You've got quite the list. You've got some older stuff here.
Yeah, do you want to finish off the first one? Because we did the first one last. Yeah, that's it. Should we start that off? Before we lose Jack Lee?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I got it. Did I do? Where's your version? All right, let me drop your version.
Yeah, you just brought mine up.
I'm just putting them together so I can put them side by side. Boom, boom, boom. And then there. Boom. All right, here we go. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh, very easy. Like you'd think we would have rehearsed this, but all right. Here you go.
Okay, right. So here we go then. By the way, that's a cropped screenshot. One that I thought I was just messing with that and thought that actually fills the screen a bit better. So I might start.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah. I might start. You can see it's cropped because it's not quite straight. Look at the top left corner. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
This is then the 4K UHD DTS HD 5.1 master audio having Crocodile Dundee 2. Oh yeah, from 1988. Took them 2 years to do this. And also on Kaleidoscape as well. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And this one is not any encore cut. This one has not been cut, not been messed around with like the first one has. And this is the first time, again, I've seen this in a long time. And I was really looking forward to sitting down and watching it again. And I'm so glad that I did. This is great. And do you know what? To the point where this is almost T1, T2 Aliens for me as to which day of the week on any given day I might prefer this over the first one. So with T2, Terminator T2 depends on the day, how I'm feeling. Alien with Aliens, same thing. Sometimes I prefer the sequel to the first one. And this, I think, is up there for me. I had a blast with this. This is such a fun movie. It's got way worse reviews, by the way. The critics' reviews on the IMDb for this are savage. From the Times, just saying it's not funny. They forgot that they were making a comedy, and that it's derivative and it's nonsense. They really did
How?
go on it. Not a clue. Don't know, because I think this is exactly what you want from the sequel. It's all set up beautifully in the first one, and it's paid off in the sequel. It was great. I mean, anyone wondering? Paul Hogan still living in New York with Linda Kozlowski, and he is living day to day in New York, and you see a bit of that. And then bad guys come knocking, and it's decided that the only way he could protect the love of his life is to go back to Australia, and then the bad guys follow them there, and we realize why he's really called Crocodile Dundee, and his skills then become apparent. It's great. Really, really good fun. And presumably you enjoyed it, DJ. I know you did. I think because we texted about it. We did enjoy it. Yeah.
It's, I mean, it's everything you're saying, like the critics, I feel like they missed the point. It's like,
quite.
This is like, to me, this, like you said, like, which is the better movie? It's like the first movie is the fish out of water type story. It's them meeting at the beginning. And compared to this one, if you look, you think back, it's like a lot of your memories, if you hadn't seen them, a lot of your memories come from this one. And you're like, oh, that was in the second one, not the first one. Oh, that's in the first, right? You and I had the conversation. I was like, that's where he does. So the first one, you're like, this is how she found him. And then the second half is him you'll learn that he really has these skills. He's not afraid. He's got tremendous skills in doing different things. And then it was almost like that's what they read from the audience and said, well, let's make a whole movie about him and his skills, and then put him back in his environment and watch him just go to town on all these people. That's hysterical. That's a blast to watch. It's like, the underdog in his environment, and they, don't underestimate. It's awesome, and then the ending of it, I'd forgotten, and you're like, oh yeah. I mean, I wasn't shocked by it, but as soon as the ending starts, you're like, I remember being fooled when I saw it. I was like, oh no. And it's like, it was great. And even like I could do the lines of the ending of what was it, an Aborigine or whatever that was there, that was with him. And it's like, and his accent and the big smile, I knew all of that as soon as the ending started to take place. Right. And you're like, that's not, oh my God. Yeah.
Oh,
but
I mean, it's just so it is just fun, isn't it? With a capital F, this film. I mean, it's great. I had such a good time with it. It is genuinely an easy watch. It's just effortless. I mean, it's great. And as I said, I think it is up there with the first one.
Like, what did he say? He was just asking if we can eat these ones.
Yeah.
But did you notice that when he says it, the guy that was in front of them, right, looking at him and poking at him, he even winked.
Yeah.
I'd never seen that before. He even did like the slight wink, like it was barely a blink with one eye. But then obviously the guy that said it, he winks at her. He's like, and then she's like. It's just so funny.
The guy's really panicking.
Oh yeah, the guy's crapping his pants.
It's just so good, and I have to say as well, the image quality on this one is even better than the first one. I mean, I thought there were some shots in this. There's a couple of sunset or sunrise scenes in this, again with the HDR and again the wider they just glow. Just you can feel the warmth coming off the sun. I love those shots when they do those in 4K and HDR. Again, how it seems to the sort of the I don't know, the strength of those, the different, the contrast between them is great.
Yeah.
I love that, and again, it's the sort of thing that we've never seen before in these.
No,
we've never felt that three-dimensionality and that contrast before. So it looks fantastic for the type of movie it is, for when it is. You can't argue with the quality of it. I mean, it's great. The audio is really nice. Again, a big, wide.
When he made the phone call.
Yeah.
That sounded awesome. And the
does.
way that
And
it was
moves
like, it
around.
was faint at one point, but then,
Mhm.
and it's like, everybody's like, what is that? And it's,
Mhm.
as they moved to different characters, the sound changed in the room,
Yeah.
but you could still hear it like it was going out everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just so good.
These two are great discs. I mean, this anyone, if you, because this, I get that these are old now. I mean, we're pushing 40 years old with these now,
Yeah.
shockingly enough. But anyone that may not have seen them, I would still say, see them. If you haven't seen them for a long time,
Yeah.
fix that. But the discs really should have come with more fanfare. There should have been more to them. They just kind of dropped quietly. These, over here anyway, and I think over there, because I haven't seen any kind of real stuff about it. A lot of the review sites haven't touched them, haven't done them. But I think people really should. There should have been more to this. If you remember these movies as fondly as we do, then do yourself a favor and pick them up and give them another go. They're just as good as they've always been. So yeah, highly recommended. Unless you're an Aussie, in which case you might think they're taking the mickey out of you. But I think it's done in a friendly way.
Taking the mickey out of you?
Taking them, poking fun at.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a less PG version, but I'm not going to say that. So it's
Okay.
fine.
I was inferring from context, but I couldn't understand
You never heard that, taking the mickey? Yeah, you've not heard that before?
I feel like I've heard it. I just my question was more like, how do you come to that? Like what's a mickey, and why is it being taken out?
I don't know what its derivation is. It's taking the mickey, taking the P word. Rhymes with hiss.
Okay.
That's your thing. Yeah. So it's poking fun at, in a way. So yeah, I thought you'd have heard that one. That's an interesting one. I've never heard an American say it.
It sounded familiar.
Yeah.
Let me see.
We're looking up where it comes from.
Yeah.
I couldn't say. I don't know what its derivation is, I must admit. But whilst you're looking that up,
it says it's American English.
Okay. Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mickey being Irish, sort of Irish thing, don't know.
Yeah, and they even say Mickey Bliss rhymes with like.
Okay, so that would be rhyming slang and Cockney rhyming slang. I imagine. Okay. Right. Well, there you go. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and you're doing it to deflate somebody's ego. But
so yes, poking fun at, in a way.
It was very by the 50s. It started early on, but by the 50s it was very common in the UK. And it looks like it stuck around there, but not so much here.
Oh yeah. It's common parlance here. Everyone.
Yeah.
As I say, are you taking the? Is what people would say.
Yeah. Example: he's only taking the mickey out of you. Don't take it seriously. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. That's it. There we go. Look at that. It's another one for our transatlantic journey of discovery, Deej.
All right. Look at us.
Yeah. So there we go. Kumbaya.
Yeah. All right.
So there we go. So that was Crocodile Dundee 2. Awesome.
Crocodile Dundee 2. All right. Since we both did that one, why don't you pick another? Because you have.
Okay. Let me see. Then what have I got? All right. So we've talked about blockbuster ones.
We got this.
Yeah, let's go to the right again, because we can just get this one out of the way, because this will be a Halloween holdover.
Oh, here we go.
No, next one along. That's a new one. That one I've already just done that one.
Oh yeah.
At the top, right above that, the portrait one you've got there.
Oh, this
right
one
above it.
Yeah,
let's do that one. Okay.
Okay.
This one I know you've been waiting for.
I've been dying to hear about this one. Actually, I have. It's like I never really got into these, but here we go.
Yeah, no, which is fair. Okay, so this one then is I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025. But shouldn't it be I Know What You Did Last Summer 2024? Well, anyway, never mind. So it's I Know What You Did Last Summer 2025, the year it came out. This is in 4K UHD and on disc and in Dolby Atmos. So it's I Know What You Did Last Summer. I was never the biggest fan of these either back in the day. I've seen the first and the second one. of the originals, and I thought they were okay. They're sort of proto-Scream rip-offs. They're trying to, and also building on obviously the stuff from the 80s with Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Halloween and all that stuff. And so we now have this legacy prequel, requel, sequel, whatever you want to call it, because it does have Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt in it, so it's probably what you call a requel. So I bought this, didn't see it in theaters, bought the disc. I was not about to go to theaters to see this. I'm not that big a fan. I've got the first one on 4K disc, didn't buy the second one on 4K if it's out, not sure it is, but I wouldn't, the sequel's not good. And so I bought this with, some expectations, but not much. Those expectations were just about met. Just about, it's okay. The story is, here we are, 30 years later or whatever it is, still the same small town, and wouldn't you know it, our fisherman has come back to haunt the teens of the kids of the adults of the time, fill in the blanks. It's very unimaginative. There's nothing very clever in this at all. And it kind of happens, and it's all right, but it's not great. And I think anyone that it's going into this definitely go in with realistic expectations. So anyway, it'll stay in the collection, but I'm not sure I'll see it again anytime soon. Now, what is good about it, though, is the home theater presentation. So that's good news. So if nothing else, that's to see it for. I think it's a Sony disc. I'm pretty sure it is. So very sharp, looks great, loads of nighttime shots. There's also quite a bit of it's set around 4th of July, so you get lots of fireworks and stuff. So again, in the overheads, you get the bright flashes and everything else. So it looks good. But the thing I remember most about it is there's a rather fun Atmos moment in it, which almost is the reason to see the movie. If you're going to see it, this is to see it for. So there is a sequence where they're in a kind of an old store or like a hallway or hall, whatever you want to call it. And someone walks along the hall, and there is a spiral staircase in the corner. And so whilst they're talking, they come from the back of the room, down the side, get onto the staircase, and then go up the stairs whilst they're talking, and are then walking around upstairs. They're looking for, something that's making the noises. Yeah. And it is a really cool effect when you hear that voice in a well-balanced theater room that's been properly calibrated. You hear this person come down from rear right, come down past you, down to the front, then come up the wall, up into the overheads while they're talking, and then you can hear them walking around and talking upstairs, all in one shot. And that was I was like, this is cool.
But it's all off screen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this is just all done in audio later.
All with imaging, with audio imaging, nothing else.
Yeah,
and you can trace them walking up the steps, up the wall into the overhead speakers, and then walking around up the top. And I thought that was really cool. Forget the murders, forget the gore and the guts and all the rest of it, and the really crap story. It just that moment alone was enough to keep me entertained in a home theater sense. I mean, I'm sure you just, in a stereo system, you no idea. But with a sound bar, whatever, but
you probably get a pan on the side.
Yes. Exactly. Whereas in our systems, and it just feels like, it is as if you are there and they're moving around upstairs. Really good. And that's the thing I remember from it most. And as I was watching it, thinking, that's what I'll talk about then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's inoffensive enough. It's not a great movie.
Inoffensive. That's a good way.
Inoffensive. It's
high praise.
It just is. Yeah, well, quite damning with faint praise for sure. It's inoffensive enough. It does. If you're and I know what you did last summer fan, you're going to get what you were after with this.
How many are there now?
Well, this should be number 3 now.
Oh, this is the third.
Because you've got there's 1 and 2. There's I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, with a very young Jack Black with dreadlocks, by the way, from what I remember. And I think he's doing a Jamaican accent as well, which is not good. It's been a long time since I've seen that. And then you've got this one. So so it's the 3.
So it's I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then it's I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
And
now I went back to it's
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Yeah.
is the next one I still know.
I still know what you did last summer.
Still know. I know
Jordan
again.
says it's the fourth film. Okay, fourth. Oh, I didn't know there was a third one. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, that one has completely passed you by. Yeah. So, all right. Cheers, Jordan.
Yeah. I'll always know what you did last summer.
Oh gosh, right.
So I know what you did last summer. I still know what you did last summer, and I'll always know what you did.
What year was that, Deej? What does it say? What year that
always was? 06.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. All right. Well, I never got beyond the second one, and then this one.
Well, I'll always know kind of like ruins it because you shouldn't have another one. You just ended it. It's like I'll always know. Okay, I don't need to make another one. You just know.
Yeah.
Isn't that the story? I don't know.
The second one is only memorable, as I say, for the dreadful Jack Black thing in it. I mean, it's just not good. Paul Hurt.
My dog. My dog knows what you did last summer. Before last. The summer before last. Yeah.
Well, I mean, really, they need to do the space one, which is I hope to know what you did eventually next.
Well, no, actually, they could say I know what you did last fall. You got all the other seasons, so you could do that last winter. Yep. I remember. I
think I know what you'll be up to a week next Wednesday.
Yeah. So exactly. You know what I did last summer? I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. Can you fill me in?
Yeah. So there's so it was a straight to video one. I'll always know. Right. Well, there you go. I mean, I was way done with this franchise at that point. But yeah, so you could do worse if you're into these movies. Don't seek it out. I wouldn't make a beeline for it. But if you do encounter it and you do look out for that bit, because that is quite a fun little Atmos moment.
Yeah, that's some of our best reviews of Brightside Home Theater. Don't look for it, but if it's on, you can leave it there.
Yeah, you can sort of be Shawshanked.
Most likely won't offend you.
Yes. Yeah, that's definitely a lukewarm review, that one, but worth doing because it's a newer release and people are wondering, I'm sure. And if I had to sit through it, then you might as well know what I've thought of it.
Exactly. Right. All right.
What have you got for us, Deej?
There we go. Let me see. What do I want to go with here? Because I don't have a ton.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've got more if you want to do it. But,
I did. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to see. I don't really have anything else other than what you have. But I have this one. Yeah. Which I wanted to see if you'd seen, because this is a talker.
Okay. I have heard good things. John loved it.
Yep. So this is Pluribus on Apple TV, Apple TV Plus. Drops episodically once a week. I think it's what's it up to 2, 3? I've got.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I am up to the first 1.5, and it is fascinating story.
Okay, right, go on, explain and do tell.
So it basically is, it's a post-apocalyptic story, which John hates post-apocalyptic stories, but this is in reverse. Okay. Everybody's happy.
Okay.
It's a quote virus, which you find out later, not really a virus or whatever, but you'll find out it's part of the story that goes across the entire planet, and everybody's happy. Everybody's content. And it's basically, I don't want to ruin it for people that haven't seen it, because there's a reason there's more, way more to it than just people being happy. It's how they're happy. And like everybody is just happy and content, and it's a utopia. The planet has turned into a utopia, except for this one woman.
It's always one. It's always one.
Well, no, it's like, you'll see. It didn't affect her. The quote, she was immune to whatever made everybody happy, right? So she is now, for all intents and purposes, compared to everybody else, miserable because she has real feelings and she's surrounded by people that are happy, among other things. And when I tell you that this is like the sci-fi of all sci-fis, and this is something that we could, like, that's why I asked you if you could maybe get it in. And we could do like an end of show spoiler chat You know,
Ooh, next week then. Next
week for sure, because this has it all. It has it all. It's like you say, like, this is one of the, like, this is something we could talk about now. We could have talked about 40 years ago, 100 years ago. You'd be like, where would we be? What would happen? It's just awesome. Awesome. That's the story. I'm super excited about it. You know, I have a fascination with psychology and why people think the way they think. And this one hits on all of that too. It's just like,
is it Vince Gilligan? Isn't it the Breaking Bad guys? Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So. Okay.
Yeah. So, oh my God, I can't wait for you to see it. So, anyways, the home theater side of it is awesome too. It's
okay.
Apple TV Plus, top notch quality, production quality. The stream is awesome, and the audio. Think, Gravity. There are atmospherics because there are some atmospherics in this that there's some nice little. It's so quiet at times, and you get little things going on. People talking, and I think it was like somebody was talking outside the door or something like that, and I thought it was here. There's some pans and there's some scary scene, like not scary, but just like tense scenes. And you hear, is that real? Is that something outside the room? Is this that? There's a lot of stuff in this home theater wise that makes this a really, really engaging audio track. And it's a drama with some action in it, but the audio track is very, like I said, is very engaging. Really helps suck you into this story because of, like I said, she's the only one. So you feel the isolation, but at the same time, they're utilizing the sound and then the absence of sound, and they're popping sounds in around you. There's, I think it was like she does a scene, and it made me think of, so they have the camera and she's driving the car. And in this one particular scene, and the camera is mounted like on the hood of the car, watching her drive. Okay. And she's driving through this, post-apocalyptic area. And you're seeing stuff go by, like you're looking backwards, right? So the sounds of what she's looking at are behind you, and then they go by. So if she's driving down the street and there's a house on fire on the right, you're hearing it in the distance on the right rear, and it's getting louder and louder. And then it goes by you and you see what that sound was. Super intriguing because there's other sounds as well that make you go, what the hell is that noise coming? Because you're looking and you're backing down the road, right? So you're backing down the road. It's coming at you from behind, from your right. And all of a sudden it goes by and you're like, that's what that was. And it is really, really cool. And you'll know what I'm talking about when you see it, because I just gave you one with like a fire, because everybody knows what fire sounds like. And even that, I gave it away and you'll know. But even that was like, to me, like, what is that? What is it? Oh, fire goes by. Because now you see it. It's in her rear view now, but you're looking at it. And now you're seeing
this is all episode 1.
That's episode 1.
Oh, man.
That's just one scene, but this is what I mean. It's very subtle little stuff like this. So like you're getting a pan from the rear in the distance, getting louder in your rear speaker. And then it goes by and now it's getting quieter in your front right speaker. It's really, really cool. And they they utilize the overheads because it pulls that sound down the side of the roof. It's awesome. So, and there's a ton of little stuff like that. There's street lights sparking off in the corner, top left corner. And it felt like I was looking at that street light and I'm like, that's the noise. It's got sharp, the sharp noise of electricity. Like, and I'm like, coming from up there. But my speakers are down to the side and under. I'm like, it's just awesome. Awesome.
Okay. Did you have
Johnny Speakers texted me, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, saying that something like, he texted me and said Pluribus is like probably one of the best audio tracks he's heard this year, or something like that.
Oh man. Did you have to bump the audio?
I did not because it's not that kind of track. right? It's not like you're going to be like, oh, I need the, it's not like an action movie that I need the more because it's all discrete stuff. There is some louder scenes and stuff, but it's not something that you're going to be like, oh, I need to feel that. It's more of just like, if you're listen, that's a good question. I wouldn't feel bad. I would recommend if you listen below reference level. Okay. I always listen at reference, right? But if you listen at reference level, maybe you're not going to get some of the littler stuff. But my recommendation would be, if you're normally listening at below reference level, go like halfway to it. Because obviously your dialogue is now going to be a little bit louder, and that might bother. But I wouldn't feel bad about like you're going to blow the roof off your house for this because of it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm telling you to take Lucy and you're used to being minus 10 dB and going to 10 dB and you'll literally break your room. This is more of a drama that you want to grab some of those atmospherics that may get lost if you're too far below reference. Maybe. I don't know. That was actually a good question if you put it that way. So,
color me intrigued. All right. Well, I will definitely watch at least one for next week, if not two.
The HDR is awesome as well too. The 4K, the HDR. There's a night scene, like I said. That same go back to that light sparking and stuff. It's like the color, the brightness out of that light, and then the dark night sky behind. It's just everything, detail, crazy. There's so much. I can't wait to get back to it. I'm so glad. I'm glad John mentioned it. I'm glad Johnny Speakers mentioned it. I'm glad John mentioned it to us. I wasn't too crazy about the description, and then John had recommended it, and then I read the description again, and I was like, all right, I see what he's talking about. And then I watched it, and I'm like, oh. And I just finished The Diplomat the other day, which was an awesome ending. And I was looking for something when you come out of a show like that you're just so excited about, it's like, it's too bad we don't have another season now, because I know they are making another one, and then you go to something else and it's just not as exciting, and it's hard to find something that this is it for me anyways.
Okay.
I'm like,
nice.
I can't wait to get to the next one. So
well, I'm there. I am there for that. That sounds good. All right. Well, I will see that for next week.
All right. Cool. All right. Okay. Let's see. What else what do we have here for? Now, what do you want to do there?
Should I do one more? Then we'll do our two.
Sure. Pick.
All right.
What do we got?
Let's go for because again, I did say blockbusters. Let's do the Dino one. Go on.
Oh yeah,
I can do that one too. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, because you can chime in on this as well.
All right. Perfect for this month. So some sweet. This is a hashtag dork reference. Some sweet dino action.
Oh yeah. Okay. So the movie that a friend of mine, that one of my best friends, who said to me was the worst film he's seen this year, and he took his two young children to see it, and they all hated it.
Oh no!
This is Jurassic World Rebirth on 4K UHD and Dolby Atmos on disc. He detested it, and yet likes all the other Jurassic Park movies. And so I did not see this in theaters. I waited to see this on 4K disc, and I'm glad that I did. And I thought it was all right. And I know, of course, Deej, I know that when you saw it in theaters, you didn't think so much of it, and then liked it more at home. I didn't. I would be lying if I said I wasn't entertained by this. I mean, is it the best Jurassic film? No, of course not.
No.
Is it even one of the better ones? No, it's not.
No.
Is it very, very familiar? Yes, it is. Everything in here has been done before. Yeah, there you go. That's it. This is call and response stage. What do we want? More Jurassic Park. Where do we want it? No.
Yeah. What
is interesting, though, and it's
right side home theater cheerleaders here, people.
Give us an A. Give us an A.
Rah.
So, what is interesting,
though, you see my pom poms. Oh, get out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, do up your zipper. So
I would if I was wearing pants.
Hey, well, that's all right. That's it. Yeah, don't pan down. So if we're marking time, Deej, right? Get this. This is the second Jurassic Park. He's gone. We've lost him, ladies and gents. He's gone. We've lost him. He has left the building.
There's nobody home, and I'm all by myself, and I feel like I'm free to be alone and do this. And I'm like, live on air. Whoops.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh gosh. Sorry, everyone.
Yeah.
So, what is interesting though, Deej, marking time, is this is the second Jurassic Park movie that I've reviewed on the show. So that tells me how long I've been on the show. So obviously the last one, which was what, Dominion,
Yeah.
I had just joined the show when they did that one.
Yes. Yeah.
And then onto this. So there you go. Look at that. So that shows you.
Wow. Yeah, we missed your anniversary is right around the 25-hour show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's
so
your anniversary of being full time, correct?
Yes.
It was right around the anniversary.
November. It was November.
Yep.
Yeah. It was.
And that's the anniversary of the show as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you guys were going, what, 2 years before then I joined? So then it would, so we're up to 5 now, aren't we? Is that right? Does that sound about right? 5 years? Is it longer? 6?
What, the whole show or?
Oh, yeah. Actually, no, because you started at 19, didn't you?
I started at 2019. Yeah.
19. Yeah. So, okay. So way more. So 6. Yeah. So that's all right. So, so I think this is year 3 for me.
Okay.
So although where that time's gone, I don't know, but it has. So this is the second one of the franchise. So anyway, like I said, I was entertained by this. I quite enjoyed it. It is all familiar. There's nothing new, I don't think, in this at all. And I also understand people's complaints. I get some people don't like the acting. Some people find it all just too anticlimactic. But I was quite happy to go along with that. I didn't hate it. It's not great, but it's not bad either. I thought it was a lot of fun. And some of the sequences are really entertaining, genuinely good. And that feeds then into the home theater experience. It's a universal disc, so you get very, very, very good video and audio as well. And some of those aforementioned sequences are heightened by the delivery system, believe it or not. So who would have known? So the opening kind of water sequence that you get, the T-Rex river sequence, which is in the trailer, so it's not a surprise. I thought that sounded great, and it's not reference, unlike the first Jurassic Park and some of the later sequels, but it's very, very good. And it's good fun, and because of what's going on, you could bring someone in and demo your system with that. It's not going to blow their minds like the T-Rex sequence from the first movie on 4K disc and in Neural X or Atmos. But it's Atmos, very, very good. I mean, but the Neural X is the DTSX mix is no slouch. So I just always default to Neural X because we don't get many DTSX mixes. But the original movie and the T-Rex scene in that in DTSX is awesome. But I thought it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. It's a really, really good disc. Looks great, sounds great. I had a good time with it. And I will revisit this. I'm not sure that it needs any more unless they're going to really come up with something special, because I do think this kind of, it is treading water a bit for Jurassic Park. There's nothing new in this. But it was fun, and I did enjoy it. And again, it's that word again, inoffensive. Really, there's nothing to get too excited about, and nothing to get too unhappy about. It's just it's fun.
Yeah. It absolutely is.
Yeah,
that's what I watched. I saw it in theaters. I wasn't blown away by it. That was my. I was like, oh, it's literally like an homage to pretty much everything that came before it, and maybe a little twist, like an homage to Jaws, that too. But it's fun. And that's why when it came out on Kaleidoscape, I bought it day one, watched it, reviewed that on the show. It is a fun home theater experience, but there is literally nothing new.
No.
Even that T-Rex scene that you talked about at the beginning, which is in the trailer, it's like, that's the scene that to me, that scene right there is almost like Spielberg's version of being Lucas, in that that's in the first book. They couldn't put it in the movie. They didn't want to put it in the movie, or they wrote it out of the movie because I don't know if they couldn't do it, but now it's in the movie. As soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's the scene that should have been in the first movie, but they didn't. If you read the book and saw the movie, you were disappointed because you missed that scene. And it's like
Mhm.
the scene in the book is still way better. It's but it was non-existent up until then. So
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't have done that in '93, not in broad
Yeah.
daylight, and they just
oh
just
no, they were
tech
having
just
trouble
wouldn't do
figuring
it.
out if they were going to have dinosaurs in their dinosaur movie.
Well, quite.
So-
Well, famously, Spielberg, of course, was on about doing it all practically, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The CG was a bit like was a means to an end. It came in very late in the day. Like,
Yeah.
can we do this? Well, all right, we'll have to.
If we've all seen the special features and stuff, it's like there were people making promises they might not have been able to live up to. They're like, yeah, I can do that. I don't know if I could do that. And they did it. They did it.
Yeah.
They're like,
Oh,
we
yeah,
got to
they
do this. This is the guy. And it's like, he basically, 15 years later, redid Jaws. Like, they couldn't get the shark right. And now here he is doing Jurassic Park. And he's like, I've made movies like this before. Get back to me. It's like, okay.
Yeah, the dinosaurs will all be POV shots.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. As I said, a lot of fun. Again, it's an inoffensive, fun time. This is a Sunday afternoon movie.
Yeah.
You can watch it with the kids.
It's
all
mindless fun in your theater.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
Exactly. That.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I thought it was cool. So yeah, glad I've seen it. It's not going to be on my top 10 of the year by any means,
No.
but it's still really really
Yeah.
good. So
But
there we
you'll
go.
watch it again. You'll be like, oh, you know what? What did I think? Like 5 years from now, what did I think? Oh, that was fun. Let me try it again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
good.
cool. All right.
Okay, right then. Come on then.
All right. Here we
Let's
go.
get in our time machine.
So is that what we're going with first?
We'll go in chronological order, or do you want to go in theatrical?
No, we'll go chronological, and then
Yeah.
we'll wind up with we'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
all right. Here we go.
Mm. Okay. So this, ladies and gents,
Yeah.
is the
For the audio only
1987
people at home
Yeah. Well, hopefully, yeah.
or in
although
your
that's all-
cars.
yeah, do not look at the screen, whatever you do.
Yeah.
This is the 1987 Stone Cold classic.
Classic.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's The Running Man, which you may have heard of.
Yeah, it's a little something.
Yeah. Now this is where I dropped my French, Dominic, if you're listening, because I remember this when we were on a French field trip from school when this was coming out, and I remember we had the video shop, as I said last week, and in France when this was coming out, there were all these big billboards, and I've never forgotten the French tagline, which was "Il court contre la mort," which is he runs against death. And I just like that tagline. And
Aren't
I've
we
never
all?
forgot the French. Well, we do. Yeah, some of us get caught. But other than that, it's So I absolutely love that tagline. And I always thought it was great. So anyway, that's what I think of whenever I see this. Now, I watched these back to front with the other one, which I dare say we may touch on.
Yeah,
The theatrical one. Yeah. And in fact, I watched this earlier today.
Yes.
Having seen loads of times. But the funny thing is, there we go. See, he's got it. Yeah, see, Dominic, there we go. I hope you like my terrible French, Dominic. I did my best. I've had the 4K disc forever. I thought I had reviewed it on the show,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure I have, and I'm not even sure I've seen the 4K disc, because I was blown away by this, and I would have thought, had I reviewed this on the show, I would have remembered it, because this is a really fun home theater presentation. I mean, and we're going to have a little talk about it, obviously. But so the movie, I mean, bearing in mind, I watched the newer one, which we'll talk about in a minute, earlier this week, and then I was then watching this one, and I personally, I prefer this one, but I'm just, call me an 80s traditionalist. I love this movie. I know every line, every scene change, every sequence, everything in this I know backwards.
Every
Even
one-liner.
Dreadful Maria Conchita Alonso line.
You had to split.
Yeah, you had to split. That's it. Yeah, so it goes, was Sub-Zero, now just plain zero. You got to love all that, So I love this film, and it's not the best of the Schwarzeneggers. Obviously, T1, T2, obviously Predator, Commando. Although this was written by the same guy, Stephen E. D'Souza. But anyway, I love this film, and I had a blast watching it again earlier this evening. And as I said, I thought I had seen my 4K disc. I don't think I had. Do you want to just do your thing on the film, Deej, and then let's talk tech specs?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I watched this. I watched them front to back, not back to front, as you did. I watched them front to back. I saw this, and then same day. Yeah.
Oh, Deej is frozen. We've lost him. You there, Deej? Or have I frozen this time? Anyone in the chat? Is it me that's frozen? DJ's frozen? Any of us frozen? Is it just me? DJ's frozen on my screen, so this is why I'm wondering. And I'm slightly worried it's my fault for clicking on the comment. Yeah. Oh, it's DJ's frozen. Okay, all right, guys. Well, there you go. Look, I can take over now. And I'll keep talking about this and hope that DJ can come back in. Otherwise, it's going to be an interesting rest of the show, guys. So I'll talk about the HT then whilst DJ is getting himself sorted. So movie, great fun. And I was very, 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 very surprised with the home theater experience. Loads of people out there will have the 4K disc. Loads of you will have got it. Loads of you would have seen this. And as I said, I thought I had, but I clearly hadn't, because it looks and sounds awesome. Exactly as you would want an 80s movie to sound and to look. It's absolutely awesome. Now, it's in DTS HD 5.1 master audio. There's no Atmos here, but of course, as always, I upmixed it to Neural X, and then just let it rip, and it was great. You right, Deej? Lost you there, buddy. You're back.
Yeah.
There we go. Good man. Yeah. I thought it was absolutely fantastic, this disc. So the look is great. I noticed things in this, bearing in mind, as I said, I've seen this movie many, 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 many times. I know this film so well, and yet I saw details in this movie today that I've never noticed before. I've never noticed the Adidas logos on the tracksuits that they're wearing. I've never noticed that before. Adidas. Come on, surely Adidas. What you said?
I came back for that.
yeah, that's it. Yeah, pedant's corner. Yeah. I think you'll find. Now, I had never noticed that before, and I'm surprised that they would allow that, because some of that's not. I'm not sure they'd want to be linked to some of this, but anyway, they did. I'd never seen that before.
Yep.
Also, even their names on their sort of breast pockets, I hadn't always noticed.
I feel like I knew that. I knew that. But yes, I definitely noticed that on the sleeve.
Yeah, and much brighter too. That they really do pop. And it's interesting, isn't it, that they give. So Ben Richards, Arnie, has one color jumpsuit, and then his two friends have a different colored one, and his one really pops on screen, and they just sort of fade into the background. And I think that's a the stars got to stand out. We can't all have them in the same uniform. You need to know who's who, which I thought was quite fun. But it really looks great. All the lights and all the flashing stuff all looks absolutely awesome. And so look great. Anyway, Deej, you were saying about the movie. So movie, and then how it looked, and then let's talk the real MVP, the sound.
No, the movie, I thought it was poignant, to say the least. Oh, the damn dogs. But yes, the movie was poignant, fun. The movie itself is fun, right? And it's supposed to be fun, but then you get into everything that, like, what it's really about, and you're like, they're making fun of this stuff. It's like, a little bit like 1984, something like that. A lot of that stuff going on there, and they put that into like an Arnold Schwarzenegger shoot 'em up type movie, right?
Yeah.
And it's, so that was really interesting. Not really, when I saw this, what was it, 87, I was 17 years old. You don't pay attention to a lot of this stuff, and you're like, blah, blah, blah. And then nowadays, looking at through your, older brain, with your older brain, and you're like, oh, this is what they're talking about, right? And this was also it's Stephen King, but it was
writing as Richard Bachman.
Bachman, right? And that's what they actually put in the trailers, written by, based on a book by Richard Bachman, right? But yeah, it's just the humor in it is just beyond ridiculous, and this is one of those movies that lent to the Expendables, that they played off each other, right? I'm talking like Stallone and Schwarzenegger, and it's like, oh, you're gonna do bad one-liners, I'm gonna do bad. It was like bad dad jokes back and forth in their movies. They had to do it, right? And it's oh, he had to split, just like in Commando. I let him go, and it's like, all of these one-liners that you're just like, oh my god, that was so bad. If it was anybody else, you'd be like, that's just horrible. And you're like, okay.
But for Americans, though, there is a blurring of the lines here between reality and fiction and nonfiction, because Richard Dawson was a game show host, wasn't he, in the US?
Yeah, Family Feud.
So, right. See, we didn't know. I mean, I knew that from reading around it, but we didn't know who that was.
So when he goes up,
go on. Sorry.
Yeah, when he goes up to the woman in the audience, remember at the beginning of the movie, he goes up and he gives her a kiss. It was an elderly woman. That was a nod to him on Family Feud. His thing on Family Feud was he kissed every woman that was on that show.
I see.
Yeah. That was his thing. And it was hysterical. That was the point. You got on the show and he was kissing the wives, the mothers, the daughter, everybody. He'd go down the line on Family Feud. And if you were a woman, he'd be like, let's give me a kiss right here. Something like that. Right. That was his thing. So that was in the movie. You don't do that today.
Not if you don't want to punch in the face and some handcuffs.
Yeah. So, which when we talk about it, what's his name? Steve Harvey hosts Family Feud now. And I thought in the next one, it would have been cool if they used Steve Harvey as a nod. That would have been pretty cool. But anyways.
Yeah. So, okay. And how did you think it looked in terms of the video presentation?
Vibrant, the suit, the everything, vibrancy. It was awesome. The detail, the like, I think we always knew it was spandex, but it really comes across now. It's like you just see so much. Spandex has that texture, everything in it. The scene when going down the tunnel.
Oh, yes,
that's like a juggernaut of a roller coaster ride, and your room reflects it. The picture, the flashing lights, if you're susceptible to a stroke or whatever from this stuff, epileptic stroke, seizure, or whatever, be careful. I thought the home theater experience with the picture was fantastic. Great 4K, great HDR, all of that. Let's debate the sound.
Yeah. So do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first? Because I'm just going to get very excited. So, or do you want to bring us down, or do you want to start low and then move up?
I could sum it up. This is what I thought of Twister, because it's not in Atmos. Okay, it's DTS Master Audio. This is what I thought of Twister before we had Twister in Atmos. Right? There's sound everywhere. It's not front heavy. It's room heavy. It's 1980s, over the top, and your room is active. So I felt like that robs you a bit of some of the discrete pans that you can get. Doesn't mean it didn't have pans. It has some fantastic stuff in it, but I felt the overall experience was just like this to me was like when I set up my room in my parents' house and everything was mono, but I had 8 speakers. This is what I was going for. And it was like, all right, this is going to the theater. Like everything's just hitting you. And I was just like, I'm laughing at it. And it's like, I think we're spoiled by how well these mixes are, how discreet, how active our rooms can be. But each channel is doing its own thing, when this felt like each channel was like trying to outdo the last channel. And you're like, oh my God, but that's 80s, right?
Yes.
That's an over the top 80s. Now, doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it, but you know what I mean? That's how I felt about it. Take it away. We'll end on the high note.
Yeah, man. I was not expecting what I got with this. I was expecting a front heavy, little bit of echo in the rear speakers, and kind of that's what it would be. I agree with you. I think this is an assault on the senses.
Yeah.
And I think it's right from second one. There was no bumping the audio on this. I didn't need to. This was at my normal sort of listening level, and it just goes. And from as soon as you get beyond the TriStar logo and you get that, the Pegasus and stuff, as soon as you get beyond that, you then get the two names on the screen, which are then separated with a white line that goes up the screen. And it swooshes from down low across the screen and then up into the overheads. And it's like, where did that come from? And as you and I were texting about it, it reminded me instantly of the Riddler in the Batman. When he opens the sellotape, the duct tape goes up and off screen. And that's what it does in this. And you're thinking this movie's from 1987. Like, where the hell did that come from? Whose bright idea was, or indeed even someone at DTS when they were working on the Neural X algorithm, whose bright idea was, we're going to make this stuff go completely off screen and right above you, and you're going to feel like you're watching this in IMAX because there's just such a huge thing. So that's how it began. And I'm just thinking, what the heck have I got? What have I got myself into? And then straight after that, it then just carries on. You get that dun, 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 and it's right across the front wall. Within a couple of minutes, we get the escape sequence. The bullet to the gun sound very 80s, but they're okay. There's some heft to them. And then we get, if that wasn't enough, a rear pan across the rear of the room, across all four speakers at the rear. Well, two at the sides, two at the rear. As he's walking into this apartment block, I think for the first time, some sort of ship that is never seen on screen, that we don't know what this is, flies from the rear right, right across the back speakers to the rear left. And it's like, where did that come from? I've never heard that before either. And it's in the room, and on it goes. And when you get to the shoot sequences, where they're in these little things going down this, roller coaster thing, again, the swooshing just comes right down the room and all the way around the room. I thought it was great. And again, when you then get Buzzsaw on his bike, it comes down the walls, it goes back the other way, and you've then got Sub-Zero moving about. I've never heard it like this before. It is 80s, yes. Cheesy, definitely. Is it up to 11 stupid, as we've said before? Yes. Yeah. But that's the kind of movie this is. And this just gives you the sound to go with the movie. You want an over-the-top sound mix for an over-the-top movie? Yes, please. Yeah. Where do I sign? Well, turns for your credit card when you buy this. I thought it was great. I really did. As I said, I'm kicking myself because I thought I had seen my 4K disc. I thought I had reviewed this. I don't think I did. I must have missed it. This must have just gone into the collection and I'd forgotten about it because I've never heard or seen it like this. This is the way to see Schwarzenegger's The Running Man. I mean, it's this.
It's never sounded this good. It's obviously never sounded or looked this good, but I would say, I like the Predator track better. Audio track. I like the Predator mix better, right?
Yeah, that's a cool mix as well. Yeah.
I feel like that's more it has more discreteness, more atmospherics of the jungle, more, this one here, it's everything that you said. It's over the top. It is. I think if we hadn't gotten maybe the Twister mix in Atmos, I feel like if this got an Atmos mix, it would clean a lot of that up and really turn it into exactly what you're talking about. Right now it's just active, but I felt like it was a little overactive, if that makes sense. But
but I mean, but for a movie like this from this time period, I think this is. I don't know. We can't ask, Paul Michael Glazer, the director, is this what you had in mind? Right. But I'd be surprised if he didn't, because it's just this movie to a T. It's exactly what I wanted, but even better. I love the cacophony of it. I love the chaos of it. Plus these cool little discrete effects with the line going up off the screen with this pan, and going around. I had a great time. This genuinely felt to me like watching it for the first time. which is always a pleasure when you know the movie so well and you're thinking, well, I'm going to get one thing, but get something else.
I knew this one really well too. I forgot how mean he was, though.
What, like, Richards? Or Dawson?
No, Schwarzenegger.
Okay, yeah.
His character, it was like he leaned into that anger after the opening, right? So like he's a good guy, you know that, but then he was angry, and it's like, and that's why I thought it was interesting seeing this one first, and then the second one we'll talk about in a second. But the remake, this one here, it's like he really does turn into like he's just angry, and it's like and it gets him. But he is always still a good guy. But yes, it's like I forgot. I didn't never realize that. I was watching it and going, wow, he is just like mean right now. He's just like, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't mess about. I mean, one thing that did stick out to me this time, which I must admit, again, bearing in mind how many times I've seen this, it just never occurred to me. Why would you do a workout in lingerie?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, what?
Well, it's a commercial for a Bowflex.
Yeah,
really.
Well,
that machine was brand new at the time, probably paid for the scene.
Yeah, it was
like, their request.
Yeah,
like, just
gonna plug in my laptop a minute. It's about to go flat.
I bet. After that comment. All right.
Yeah, so I don't know what the lingerie was all about. That was a bit weird. I'd never really sort of figured that before. Why she's doing that? But anyway.
Yeah. So, all right.
Paul's just saying I haven't seen this in, he means 20 years, but now I want to, based on the HT experience. Oh, Paul, if you like this movie, I really liked it. I know Deech is over the top, but I get that because it is, but I like that for this particular movie. So yeah, it was good, very good. We lost Deej again. Oh no, Deej frozen once more. Okay, we'll let him do his thing. And then come back in. But yeah, no, I would definitely recommend picking this up, Paul. I mean, I'm sure it's cheap. Well, at least it would have been. Whether they've gone and put the price back up again because of, yeah, sorry, Paul. Yeah, I do try to charge it before we start, but because I'm running all kinds of different things on this, it runs flat quite quickly. Yeah, so the HT experience is really good. Whether they have put the price back up on it, they may have done, because of course the new one has come out, which we're going to talk about in a minute when Deej rejoins. But yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun. This is my jam. This one, these movies were came out at exactly the right time for me, so I remember them so well that getting to see them again like this is an absolute pleasure. It's great fun. So if you do like the movie, and if you haven't seen it for a while, I definitely would recommend it. So yeah. Yeah. I can't say I have either, Rach, in fairness. That's not generally how I do my workouts as a general rule. All right, Deej, you okay, buddy?
I'm trying.
You could do a 26-hour show and not have any dropouts, and then we go for an hour and 46 minutes.
There's nobody else in the house, and it's like, yeah, you can't even get the whole thing in.
Yes, Elihu Diaz. Yes, that is the original Running Man. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yep.
And we've watched that, so we can talk about this. Go on, indeed. Sure. Drop it on us. Let's do this.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. As if by magic. Yeah. All right. Do you want to do this one, Deidre? Are you going to get yourself set up, and I'll do the thing on this, or?
Yeah, go ahead. You could set it up.
Okay,
I just dropped it in, so go ahead.
Okay, cool. So this one then is the 2025 remake, reimagining, requel, whatever you want to call it, The Running Man. Not very imaginatively titled, The Running Man. Directed this time by Edgar Wright, very well-known British director of the of movies that DJ now has seen, such as Hot Fuzz. Yeah, and obviously Baby Driver and Last Night in Soho and lots of great movies, and obviously Shaun of the Dead and movies like that. So we now get this, and this is a reimagining of the book, a film that hews much closer to the Bachman book than the Schwarzenegger original. But again, there are lots of similarities. So we still have Ben Richards, this time played by Glenn Powell, who finds himself joining this sadistic game called the Running Man game show, and he is then hunted. Interestingly, it says there, and this is a bit weird, Deej, now having seen it. So it says, survive 30 days while the world hunts you down. and they never get out. They never get out of the United States, so I'm not sure where the world bit comes from. And there's no suggestion.
Well, they do.
It around
They actually
the world.
leave the States.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that bit. I'm falling asleep during that. Right. Anyway, do
They end up in Canada.
Oh, well, that's yeah. Okay. Well, we call that the world.
Both side of the United
Same
States.
Continent. Yeah, it's the same continent. You're not having that. That's that. The anyway.
Are you still in England if you're in France?
We.
Yeah.
So
Let's not get technical.
Yeah. So
Counselor.
Anyway, counselor. So anyway, it's much closer to it, and the movie is the movie, and I did enjoy this. I did enjoy the film, and it was enough for me to then go back and watch the '87 one, which I do prefer. But I did enjoy this. I saw it. It was good. Slightly odd ending to it. There's a sort of cliffhanger ending. And again, I may have missed this first time around, so I might fix it when I watch it again. But there appears to be a cliffhanger ending that then just goes somewhere else. You never find out what happened, which I thought was a bit weird. I'm not going to spoil it, but I thought that was odd. You're like, okay, he's hurtling towards certain doom, and then we're just somewhere else. It's like, what? What? So what happened there? I didn't follow it after the first viewing, and that was a little bit weird.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, spoiler free. There's not much, but I thought it was apropos to the entire meaning of the movie, the meaning of the original movie, which I feel like the original is more sci-fi of the story. They both have the same undertone, right? They're both trying to tell you a story. They're both hitting that, like you said. The original is just way more sci-fi. This is more grounded with some sci-fi flavor thrown in, like your little drones and stuff. But we have those, so it's like it's not like, this one here has some like Mr. Terrific type drones, right? Or Fantastic, or Mr. Type drones, but still there are drones, and a lot of the stuff in this movie is more grounded. There are stuff today that's like this. I thought it was interesting that at the beginning of this one, they never tell you the year. You just know it's in the future.
Yeah.
In the other one, they tell you it's in the other one, they tell you it's 2017 and we're in 2025, and that's not what 2017 looked like.
No.
Like we missed that one. It's like,
yes. Well, as far as we know, yeah.
So,
but it is good though. I did enjoy it, and I think Glenn Powell's great in it. He's
a younger, newer Tom Cruise. Like, do you think his trajectory is going to be like that? Like, he's the good looking, he can do all those roles. He's got the jawline, he's got the charisma, he's got the acting, he's fun, right? He's he can do those. They got that sarcastic fun to him that he could do a
Tom
serious
Cruise
role.
He
could do this. What's that?
Tom Cruise has said he's the new Tom Cruise.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's no ifs, buts, and maybes about it. I mean, the two of them are very good friends. And and Glenn Powell told a story on it in some article I read about how he went up to Tom Cruise on Maverick and said to him, are you a huge fan, all this stuff. And he said to Cruise, like, how I want to do what you do. I want to be you. How do you do what you do? And Cruise apparently said to him, well, look, he said, I don't choose great movies. I choose good movies and try to be great in them.
Right.
And Glenn Powell's like, so it's like that's my coda to live by. That's my motto from now on. And Cruise turns up to all his premieres, and they were there with Edgar Wright at the weekend as well. So he said that himself, I want to be the next Tom Cruise. And I think he's definitely
he's nailing the smile. The stereotype, which he's not trying to be Tom Cruise's smile. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is, like, when Tom Cruise smiles, that's the Tom Cruise smile. Now when Glenn Powell smiles, it's iconic. You're like, there it is. There he goes. It's like, and he just does that look, and you're like, okay,
So he's great in it. I like Coleman Domingo, and it's quite fun. By the way, you saw the dance he was doing. You saw the dance he did there very quickly, the Running Man dance.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all that kind of stuff. I did like the money. I won't spoil it. I did like the money, of course, which, it's just like, oh, okay, fair enough.
It's been spoiled online. I
saw it. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well,
kind of. kind
Yeah,
of.
so
But
so
yeah,
that was
that was
cool.
funny.
I thought it was a lot of fun, and I did enjoy it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it again at home. I think there are
Yeah.
the sequence in the trunk of the car in a Kill Bill kind of way
Yes.
will be very fun at home,
I think this has a chance to be the better home theater experience of the two. I like the story of the first one a little bit better, the sci-fi version. I do like this version. I do like the story. I do like the way it ended. I think it whether anything else happens, I think it's still, like I said to you before, I still think it's fitting to the story, right? And it's like this day where I think it's a lot of fun is in this day and age, this movie, it's like people can talk about it and people can point fingers, but everybody's going to be pointing at everybody.
Yes,
and that's the best part. Be like, no, this is you. No, it's you. No, it's you. No, it's you. It's like, because I've already started to hear it and I'm like cracking up.
Oh, really?
Like,
Okay. Yeah, I think if I wanted, I would have liked the hunters to have been a little bit more colourful. I was missing a Sub-Zero and
but that's the more sci-fi version.
Yeah, no, indeed, but I would have liked some slightly more interesting characters, especially in this day and age. But I get where
this is less WWE.
Yes,
where the first one's more WWE, which is it's fixed, you goof. That's a line from here where a wrestler was on sports radio over here 25 years ago, and a guy calls in, and this professional wrestler is on the air, and the guy's like, I want you to do this, blah, 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 blah. And the guy finally says, the wrestler side says, it's fixed, you goof. Like, don't be mad at me about the outcome. You're a grown man. It was so funny. But yeah.
So I would have liked a little bit more of that, I think personally, but I get they're going for a more grounded story. So I personally, I would have liked that, but no, I did enjoy it. It was really good fun. Again, this wouldn't be in my top 5 movies of the year, but it's a lot of fun again, and I will definitely pick this up when it comes out, and we'll look forward to rewatching it, because I'm wondering if I'm missing that bit at the end. I don't know, but I'm certainly looking forward to another go with it. It's the least Edgar Wright of Edgar Wright's movies. I mean, this is the first one that he's directed that he didn't write. He normally writes all of his movies, and I think that is telling. His idiosyncrasies, the way he tells stories and the way he mounts cameras and everything else, is not as evident in this as his other movies. But it's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's good. I know there's people in the chat saying, and I had read as well, that there are a number of people who have taken against it and saying it's not great, and the reviews aren't brilliant. But I don't agree with those. I think it's better than that. So yeah, I mean. Looking forward to it. Roll on. I mean, it won't be till the new year, but once it drops,
I think it's going to be a really good home theater experience. The Atmos that I experienced in the room, which is pretty good, and the laser projector, everything, it was top notch, and obviously will just be enhanced at home in a more intimate environment. So, yeah. All righty, let's try to wrap this up before I drop out again. Luckily there's at least 2 of us, so there's like, you keep it going, you've dropped stuff happens, so
no worries. This is when it's cool. We've got such good stuff to talk about. Makes it easy.
Look, we went long tonight. Jeez.
Yeah, we did.
But ended up with like a 2-hour show, so that's pretty good. So there we go, back to our usual.
Yep. So quick reminder about Movember and the raffle and everything else.
Yeah, Movember. Here we go. Yeah. Links in the show notes. Go to Brightside Home Theater /brightsidehometheater.com/Movember, and you'll see all the how to enter the raffle, what's up for raffle, and what is up for raffle. We got Kaleidoscape M. We have SVS SB1000 Pro subwoofer. We have a pair of custom built bookshelf speakers by R. Dadarian of the HT guys. He'll build them to your specs and tell you all about the wood and all that stuff. We also have, we also have the custom box set of Indiana Jones. Am I forgetting something? What else?
No, I think. Oh, you don't forget your Cedia trip.
Oh, there you go. Yes, dum. Yeah, and the trip to Cedia next 2026, airfare and a night stay in Denver, and airfare to Denver. So, and entrance into Cedia, and as Brett Bjorkquist said, we're going to set something up. We'll have a get together, a meet and greet, and then something special at his place. We'll figure that out then. He's always great with that stuff. So yeah, all of that stuff, like I said, links in the show notes, links at the website, how to enter, and the raffle. The raffle is basically first prize gets the first choice, second prize gets what's left, and blah, 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 all the way down. So all for a great cause, Movember, which Ryan Davey of #Dork has been doing since 2009. So, for men's health, very important, very, very important. And so, all to benefit that. And, so like I said,
and obviously just to make sure, as the lawyer, with your terms and conditions, presumably on the website.
Yes, I do.
Some of these are US only.
Yes.
Some are, worldwide. So
yeah, some are worldwide, some are US only, US, Canada, blah, 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 stuff like that. So, but yes, all the terms and conditions are there as well. So that should do it. Thank you to the patrons. Without them, like I said, the more patrons we get, the more fun stuff we can do like this, because if it wasn't for the patrons, they're the ones helping pay for that Cedia trip. So I really appreciate that. So again, patreon.com/BrightSideHomeTheater. Join up, $1 a month. That's all it is. If everybody listening did it, boy, we could fly everybody. No, we couldn't fly everybody, but Steve and I definitely.
First class.
And John.
Hey, nice.
So, but yes. So thank you to everybody. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to Steve. Thanks to John too. Thank you, everybody. So we will be back next week. Let me make sure I got everything going here. Yep. We will be back next week. Until then, you know what you got to do.
The sounds.
Yeah, the sounds. You got to play the sounds.
We'll push play.
What he said
the second time, not the first time.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Just in case.
That's right. Hey, Fred. This has been a Hey Fred production with theme music by Jeff Bernhardt and Throne Vault Productions.